The purpose of this video is to show you how to access our digital resources, our ebooks and our audiobooks. So I'm going to type in a title search. I'm going to type in The Hate U Give. There it is. I'm going to enter. And as I showed you before, we have 3 copies of this. We have an ebook, a print book, and an audiobook. So if you're going to want the ebook to read on your iPad, you're going to click the one with the green E where it says Follett ebook. In this case, it's the first one. So it's a little confusing right here because you have 3 choices. You have open, checkout, and favorite. You know what favorite means. That's just adding it to like your next reads list. And the open button is just a way for you to kind of preview it, to browse it. But once you leave it, that means that someone else could check it out. So if you want to check out this book and read it, you're going to need to click checkout. So I'm going to do that here. And the best way to always get into Destiny Discover and access your ebooks is to go to the menu, the hamburger in the upper left-hand side, the 3 lines, and go to checkouts. And now here you'll see this is where our ebook is. So now you want to open it. Here in your checkouts, this is when you want to open it. So, and while it loads here, ebooks have a 2-week checkout period. Regular library books have a 4-week checkout period. And ebooks automatically turn themselves in when the due date is up. I'm sorry, I'm backing up here so you can see what it looks like in the beginning. So the ebook is just like a print, an electronic version of the print book. So here's the cover, and you can either click on these little arrows to go backwards and forwards, or you can swipe. Swipe right to turn the page forward, swipe left to turn the page backward. So I'm going to turn these pages. So here's the beginning of the book until I get to chapter 1, and here you go. So you have lots of options once you're now in the book. So once I tapped on the screen, it brought up this option at the top. And I think the most important one here is where the A, the big A and the little A are. These are your display options. So if you click on this, you can change the size of your font. You can change your font here in dyslexic font. So it looks different when you click that one versus this one. And you can also change the page layout. Right now it's like standard, like a book if you had it open to the 2 pages, or you can change it to a single page. That's totally up to you. And then down here at the bottom are the different themes. So if you like the white background with black writing, you have different options that you can choose here. Okay, and another thing you can do is once you double tap on the screen, anywhere in the screen, it brings up these options here. You can make highlights of things, you can add notes, you can play. Sometimes these ebooks have an option to be read aloud, but it is a computer that is reading aloud to you. I'm not going to do it now because it takes too long. You can define a word, so you can click on define and it brings up a dictionary. Lots of good choices. And an important thing to know is if you are going to be reading this book offline, if you want to read it where you don't have Wi-Fi, you're going to need to click where I showed you just on the left-hand side. There's another hamburger here, the three lines for the menu. I'm going to click on that, and then you're going to click offline access, and it's then going to download it onto your iPad. So this way you don't have to have Wi-Fi to read the book. And again, it will be in your checkouts. And like I said, the ebooks will automatically turn themselves in after 2 weeks. If you finish before that, you're welcome to go into your checkouts and click return, and that will turn it back in so that other people can check it out. If you are not finished with it after 2 weeks, you're going to have to go back and check it out again. Now I'm going to show you how to check out the audiobook. So we're still looking at The Hate U Give, and the audiobook is the 3rd option. And an audiobook is a book that you will listen to. It's not going to have words, it's just going to be read aloud to you by a professional reader. So here you have the option to play and listen to it. You get a sample, an idea of what it sounds like. You can also put it in your favorites, or you can check it out. It works like the ebook in that the checkout period is for 2 weeks. It will turn itself in after 2 weeks. So if you're not done, you're going to need to check it out again. Okay, so I'm going to click check out. And we'll go back to our menu, our hamburger on the top left, go to checkouts, and here's where you're going to push play. It's going to load for us. And you have some options up here on this black bar on the top. Really the one that I want to show you is the timer. So you can speed up the audio, you can make it be read faster or slower this way. And here on the menu, on the bar on the left, the hamburger, you can skip around to chapters. That's what that is. And when you're done, you can close the book. So now I'm going to push play so that you can hear what it sounds like.
1. I shouldn't have come to this party. I'm not even sure I belong at this party. That's not on some bougie shit either. There are just some places where it's not enough to be me.
So you get the idea. You can pause it, play it, and again, it's always going to be in your menus. When you're done listening, you can close the book. And there it is. So always, if you go back to your checkouts, your audiobooks and your ebooks can be accessed from here. And ebooks, like audiobooks, will turn themselves in as well. If you are not finished, you'll need to check it out again. And if you're done, you can return it early, just like that.